What are some alternative sites to find crypto? Hey, this is CeoTrades, where money works for you. We're looking here at coin360.com. This is one of those websites that's very good for you and me to get familiar with. One, here you can see Bitcoin has had a 34.2% gain because it's green. Ethereum 28%, 24% BNB, and there are many, many other coins in here. And you can see they get smaller and smaller because the dominance of the market, meaning they're not that dominant. They have some investing perspective, but not as much as Bitcoin. Now, this is on a monthly basis that we're seeing here. We'd like to look and compare the differences on the 7-day chart for one. And this is a 7-day. In 7 days, Bitcoin is pretty much even from what it was 7 days ago. Ethereum is 3.6% above. BNB is above almost 5.7%, and so on. These numbers get very small, but you can zoom in here and you can see the numbers. AVAX has had a 1.5% gain in the last 7 days, and we checked to see the difference in the last 24 hours. What has happened? What has changed? The green ones are the ones that are up positive, but this is USDC, USDT. They don't change too much. Now you can see some of these other ones here, like SNX. It is up 7% in the last 24 hours. Are these the ones to invest in? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's take a look at this first. 1 hour, the 1 hour chart. In the last hour, this BTC is down 0.3% compared to the last day, which was 0.69%. So in the last hour, it's down half of what it's been down in the last 24 hours. Just so you have an idea, and Ethereum is down 0.56% in the last day compared to the last hour. It's down the same amount. So that's how much it's been down pretty much all day. Now, in my last video, we spoke about whether BTC might hit or might not hit 20,000. As you can see, it's getting closer and closer. There is no negative news that I'm listening to, except Turkey had some catastrophic event. I don't know what other news has been told about today. I wasn't really much into the news focus today. I had to do some errands and life happens. Now, how do I use this site? Number one, if you click any of these that you might be interested in finding out information, this is what happens. Number one, let's click Ethereum here, and you can see this pops up. So you can see we get some stats, some numbers. You can check charts, market related news, and certain on. Now you get this chart here, this wiggly chart. But if you click up here where it says this is the coin 360 lines, but if you click trading view, then you get a chart, much nicer, much easier to read. And then you go into here and see if you want a daily chart, you want an hourly chart, a 30-minute, 1-minute chart. Now you have to compare so that you see the most information out there and see where Ethereum is at on this chart. And you compare. Now this is Ethereum BTC. We need to change it so that it's USD. So be aware of that can happen, and that is changeable in here. And we compare and just change that and put USD right in here. And that way it makes it easier for us to understand and compare. It's at 1600 now. You can see the real chart, and do your own due diligence. See how much volume. Is it getting movement? Is it not? And this is based on a daily chart. So you can see in here what has happened in reference to each ticker move. And right below, it'll tell you the timeline, what that ticker is. So that way you become familiar with what's going on in here. Each one should represent 1 day. You can see that we didn't have much volume today, but in order to see that, you would have to look in here. I have it zoomed in so I can see the numbers better, because the numbers are small and some people have complained they want to see what the numbers say. So in order for me to zoom in, I can only see less on these charts. This is very important. Now, another important thing is, let me just go back so that you can see another important. Now here it says gainers and losers. I like to look at the 50 losers and compare and see if I know any names in here, or just see which one have lost a lot and see if it's worthwhile investing in, meaning for a few days or longer. Because if you compare and see where the biggest drops are, maybe you'll be able to make some money. This one dropped almost 100%, 99.29%. That's a lot. That's very dangerous, actually. DBC dropped 70%, Zank 68%. These, I would stay away from those. Those are very dangerous. This one too, TY 97%. Be very, very careful how you look at this. That's why I don't just go into just any coin. I want to make sure that I'm going into coins that are worthwhile. Now, some of these are all green, but I'd still take a look at some of these. Doesn't mean that you should necessarily jump into them. You need to just click on them, see the charts, where they've been, where they could possibly head. Check out some of the news, because some of these have dropped 100%. I mean, that's not good. Something's going on in there. And check and compare the daily chart to the monthly chart to the hourly, and see what's happened in the last hour. What are the big gainers in the last hour? This is Ray. I don't know what Ray is, but just compare and see. That doesn't necessarily mean you should jump into these. However, keeping a watch and seeing what they do, and eventually becoming familiar with specific coins, helps you to understand as it approaches the opposite of where it's at right now, meaning the bottom, and maybe picking it up in the near future. This is CEO Trades, where money works for you. Until the next one, take care.